Hello, this a supplement to the textbook will show us how to use Excel to calculate the payment on an installment loan. Remember, we're calculating the equal payment on a loan if we know the amount we borrowed, interest rate per year, and the number of payments that are going to be made. And then we can use that information, and Excel will tell us how much the payment is going to be. In the background, it is using the present value of an annuity formula and function to be able to determine what that payment is. Ultimately, we need the present value of those payments to be the same as the amount borrowed. That's what Excel is calculating. So to do that, we have an Excel here. This is similar to just about any version of Excel, and the easiest way to see how this works is to utilize this FX function right here, or you can go up and use Formulas tab, but I find it easiest to just select this FX, and then you can search for a function. And actually, once Excel learns what you're looking for, it will come up like it has for me. Or you can, do PMT, or it is also found in the financial functions. But we're looking for this function right here, PMT. So you can also, another way to set this up is just go equals PMT. It's not quite as visual that way, but it will kind of guide you through the process as well. So I select, and Excel tells me what I need to fill in to get this function to work. Anything that is a highlighted or bolded, you might say, must be included or you'll get an error. So rate is going to be the interest rate, and so you can either type it in or you can use the select button, go find that on your spreadsheet if you happen to have it already, and then because we're doing a monthly payment, we're going to divide that, and that's an annual rate, to get the amount per month. Then we're going to divide that by 12. So you see that Excel knows what that is over here at the side. Now the number of periods, N per, is the number of payments. Now in our information, we've already considered the fact that while this is a 5-year note, it is actually paid 12 times a year, each month. So it's going to be paid 60 times. So we have already done that in the spreadsheet. So we just have to highlight that. If we would put 5 years then there, we would then have to multiply by 12 inside the formula like we divided by 12 over here. So the key to getting the payment correct is to make sure the rate of interest is based on the same time period as the number of periods are. So if N per is measured in months, then the interest rate must be measured per month. If the number of periods is years, then the interest rate could be years, and vice versa. And then the PV is the amount that is going to be borrowed, or the loan amount. And again, we can type that in or we can make reference. Now the nice thing about putting a reference in here is then once you've set this up, you could change any of those three numbers and the formula would automatically recalculate. And you see that it is actually calculating even as we speak. You do not have to push OK or anything. It is figuring it out. Oops. Try that. Oops. Present value. There we go. That's the way it was. And we push OK, and the payment shows up. Notice that it is in red, meaning it's negative. The idea is that you borrowed the $200,000, so you'll be paying out, and that's why it's considered negative. 4,249. Of course, for counting purposes, we just need to know the amount, and I rounded this to 4249 for the textbook purposes and then journal entry purposes. So that's how you use the PMT function in Excel.